What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Subscriber Sunday. Now, before we get started, guys, I just want to say to you, sorry that there was no Subscriber Sunday up yesterday. I was having some major PC problems yesterday, and then I managed to fix them about 11:30 at night, and then I thought, you know what, it's too late to do Sub Sunday at 11:30, so I decided to upload it instead today. So we have Sub Sunday on a Monday, but we still have Sub Sunday. So thank you so much to everybody who has sent their questions, fan art, pictures, videos, all in this week. I really do appreciate it. So guys, let's get started and let's get straight on to this week's fan art. Right guys, so this week's fan art comes from Gigi on Twitter, and she sent me this awesome piece of fan art there. She drew my Minecraft character with my glasses. Guys, if you ever draw my Minecraft character, make sure to put my glasses on it. That is my trademark, that is my logo. So awesome job, Gigi, there. She's put the controller down in the bottom right hand corner, and which is awesome about this, she put an Xbox controller because that is what I play with. So Gigi knows me pretty well, and she put Biggs87X over the top as well. So awesome job, Gigi. Thank you so much for sending that in for this week's Sub Sunday. So guys, let's get started with this week's questions. Now the first question comes from Hello Cats on YouTube, and they ask, "Hi Biggs, I love your videos. Anyway, here are my questions for Sub Sunday. Netflix or YouTube Red? Will you and Zai ever do a meet and greet with fans?" Now, first question was Netflix or YouTube Red. Now I don't have YouTube Red. I've never tried it. I don't know what it's like. I have Netflix and I love Netflix. I've watched so many shows on Netflix. When I got Netflix, well, me and Zai, we share an account. So when we got Netflix, we were kind of debating on whether to get it or not because we don't watch many TV shows. But ever since we've got Netflix now, we have never looked back. Like, it's the best decision we've ever made. We've watched so many shows on there, and some of the shows I've watched on there is probably some of my favorite TV that I've watched ever. So yeah, I would choose Netflix over YouTube Red. And will me and Zai ever do a meet and greet? I've had this question a few times, and the honest answer to the question is I don't know right now. I think we probably will do one in the future. It all depends on timing and when things work out best, because if me and Zai do a meet and greet, we want to be together at the same time. So you guys know Zai lives in LA, I live in England, and we visit each other certain times of the year. So if there's like a convention going on at the same time when we are in the same place, then it's likely that we could do something. But so far the timing has been really bad. Like, for example, this year, our birthday is on September 24th. So me and Zai have the same birthday. On September the 24th is Minecon. It's the same day as our birthday. So you would think that would be a perfect time to do a meet and greet. But here's the dilemma. Zai comes to England on September the 24th, and Minecon is in LA on September the 24th. So it doesn't match up with our schedule. So that's the thing. We need to get everything falling into the place at the right time, and then maybe we'll do a meetup at some point. But thank you so much for your question, Hello Cats. So the next question comes from Diamond Cat Gamer, and they ask, what would you pick for a job if you stopped YouTube? Now, honestly, I don't really know. I think I'll just have to go back to doing what I did before YouTube with my websites, designing websites and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably just go back and do that if I ever stopped YouTube. But thank you so much for your question, Diamond. So the next question comes from Boss Rockstar on YouTube, and they ask, alright Biggs, this is my third question. Number one, how old do you think you would be when you stop YouTube? I'll answer these as I go along. So how old do I think I'll be? I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'll just do it as long as it lasts. That's how long I'll do it, so I don't know how old I'll be. Number two, when you say football, do you mean soccer for America? Yes, football. When I say football in England, it is soccer in American. We don't have American football in England, so when English people or European people say football, they mean soccer. Number three, what is the scariest thing that ever happened to you? So this is kind of a long story, guys, but the scariest thing that ever happened to me was when I was in a car crash. Like, that is the worst thing that's probably ever happened. It's really, really scary, and I'll explain to you what happened. So I had a hospital appointment, and my mum took me to the hospital appointment, and we were driving back on the freeway / motorway, and we're driving, and at the time my mum had like a Mini Cooper. That was the car she had, and we were in like the middle lane of the motorway, and we were driving. No one was going fast or anything like that. And as we were driving, just driving along normally, all of a sudden we had a bang on the car, and it was like at the back of the car, and we were like, what's that? And then the car started to spin, and it was on a freeway, so you have to imagine all these cars are going along beside us as well, and the car started to turn. Now what had happened was this big truck, and like an 18-wheeler kind of truck, had hit the back wheel of my mum's car and kind of done a pit maneuver. Do you guys know what that is? You know, like what the police do to try and stop a car. They kind of hit the back wheel and it makes the car kind of spin out of control. This is what this big truck did to my mum's car when me and my mum were in the car. And you have to think about it, guys. We were traveling about 60 miles an hour. Like, that is the speed limit on the motorway in England. So we were traveling about 60 miles an hour. This truck has hit the back of my mum's car, and my mum's car span, and when it span on the front of the truck, and our car was stuck to the front of the truck. So when I looked out my window, because I was in the passenger seat and she was driving, all I could see was the grill for the truck, and it was just in my face, and this truck was pushing us along down the freeway / motorway. It was so scary. Luckily the truck realized what he did, and he didn't like drive for very long, and then he kind of pulled over to the side of the road as best as he could. Luckily there was a lot of cars around that saw it, and we had witnesses and stuff like that. But yeah, that is probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. The funny thing is, guys, I've been involved in quite a few car crashes, and it's not very nice, but they're all really scary. Like, another one was on the freeway as well, where the car kind of span out of control, but luckily that day there was like no cars on the road, so kind of just pulled off to the side. That was with my dad that time. But the scariest one was when me and my mum got pushed down the motorway / freeway by a truck, and we were going sideways. So yeah, that is the scariest one. And number 4, last but not least, how and when will you let people talk to you in your streams like the old days? I did speak about this before, boss, and I'm trying to think of a way so I could do it so it's fair for everybody. When I do, I will let you guys know straight away. But thank you so much for your questions, boss. So the next question comes from Laura on Snapchat, and she asks, what build are you most proud of that you built on Minecraft, and what team were you supporting for Euro 2016? So the build that I'm probably most proud of is probably not the best build I've ever done, but if the build that I'm most proud of was an old build back in the day when I built a stadium, because that was such a huge build. It just took so long, and I was really proud of it when I finished it. Nowadays, like, if you compare that build to how people build now, it's not very good. But back then, when I built that, it was really good for like the type of blocks we had. It was so limited back then. That was like in Minecraft beta days, and we only had a few blocks. We didn't have a lot of blocks. But the stadium I built back then, one of my early videos on my channels, is probably one of the builds that I'm most proud of. And who was I supporting in Euro 2016? I wasn't really supporting anyone. I was kind of like following the teams. Like, obviously I was following England, because I live in England, so obviously I was following them. And other than that, I was kind of following all the teams that Tottenham players played for. So like Hugo Lloris played for France, had a few players for Belgium, so all the teams that Tottenham players played for, I was kind of a little bit supporting all of them. So yeah, that's all the teams I was supporting for Euro 2016. So thank you so much for your question. And the last question this week, guys, comes from Amy on Snapchat, and she asks, what is your biggest achievement on your YouTube channel? Now that is a very easy question to answer, and that was when I hit 100,000 subscribers. That is such a huge milestone to hit. Like, I couldn't believe it. When you get your like YouTube plaque in the mail, it's just, it's such a surreal feeling, and you just can't believe it. I still need to do an unboxing for that for you guys to show you it and stuff like that, but I want to do it when my whole setup's all finished and the way I want it. But yeah, 100k subs probably was my biggest achievement to date that I was really proud that I achieved. But thank you so much for your question, Amy. So guys, let's move on to this week's Snapchats.
Hey Ricky, I've been on for about an hour and there you go running away, but this is so cool.
Thank you, Nina, so much. Guys, if you're not sure what that Snapchat was, that is Nina playing on the Chaoscraft SMP server as a spectator. So she was online watching me, Zai, Fancy, Conman messing around, and it's really fun. It's really fun, guys, to talk to the spectators, message the spectators, get pictures from them watching us play on the server. If you don't know what it is, guys, spectator mode is a brand new feature for season 3 of the Chaoscraft SMP. The Chaoscraft SMP is a YouTuber SMP server where we do our Let's Plays on, but for season 3, anybody can join the server as a spectator and watch us build live, like I do in my live streams. When I live stream, loads of you guys come on the server and watch me live. So thank you for sending that in, Nina.
Hi, I just want to say that you are like my favorite gamer on YouTube, and you're really cute.
Thanks, Karen. I don't really know what to say. I'm really glad I'm your favourite gamer on YouTube, but you called me cute, so we can't tell Zai. We've got to keep that a secret from Zai, but thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy my videos.
Hey, Biggs. We were wondering what you think the future would be like.
Hey Val, I'm so glad you put the question on the screen as well, because it was so hard to hear what you guys said with the dog licking noise in the background. But what do I think the future will be like? What do you mean? Like in general? Like I'll just answer it in general. Like what do I think the world will be like in 50 years times? Like I don't know, guys. I really don't know. To be honest with you, we're in 2016 now. I kind of thought the world would be more futuristic now when I was younger. Like when I was younger back in like 1991 or something like that, I thought the world would be really futuristic in 2016, but it's not really. The only major change we've really got in 2016 is like phones that are like computers, and it makes me sound really old, doesn't it? And the internet. That is the two biggest changes that have kind of happened in my lifetime. I don't know, in the next 50 years maybe we'll have like flying cars or something. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really something hard to predict, but I hope there's like some really cool changes that change the world. That's what I'm hoping. So it's really futuristic stuff that you kind of see in movies. That's what I'm hoping for. But guys, that is all we have time for today for Sub Sunday / on a Monday. But guys, thank you so much for sending in all your questions, all your fan art, and all your Snapchats as well. Guys, if you want your question featured for next week's Sub Sunday, make sure to leave a question down below in the comment section, or you can tweet me your questions and you can send me your questions on Snapchat or Instagram too. And Snapchat and Instagram are the best places to send me fan art, and on Twitter as well. All the links you need to send me stuff will be in the description down below. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in another episode of Subscriber Sunday.